Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, Tesly, Cony, NVDY, Misty, and AMZY. So as far as trades yesterday was obviously October 21st. Tesly had a trade, AMZY had a trade, Cony had a trade, and Misty had a trade. All right, and they were pretty basic trades, luckily. So first we'll take a look at Tesly. Tesla had 4 transactions. So you see a B, that's buy. So you go to the left, what they do, buy, call, all right? And then you see SS for short sale. You go to the left, you see the P, that's for put. So buy, call, sell, put, same strike, same expiration. This is all under ticker. And then you see 860 contracts to the right. So basically they added 860 contracts to the synthetic position, and they got a credit. They got a big credit, 39.26 credit, because they're behind on that synthetic. And then they used those contracts and they sold a put into this week still, which is good because they have earnings tomorrow actually. So the IV is still high enough that they can earn a decent premium in the week. So they got a 281 credit for selling the call for this week. And they did a call credit spread. So they did buy a call at 245 and they had to pay 59 cents for that. All right, so we'll take a look at how this looks on the spreadsheet. All right, so synthetic 245. If you'll notice, guys, this synthetic that they added to was a 255. So yet again, they have ignored the 245, which, they're not even close to either synthetic, to be honest. But again, you would think they would pick the one that is closer to at the money. Obviously, the one closer to at the money is the lower synthetic. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but what is the point of keeping this open? Close the damn thing and move on. But anyway, they didn't add it to the 245. They added it to the 255, which is 14% away. Again, the 245 is 10% away. So whatever, maybe they wanted a bigger credit because they think earnings is going to go well, and then this, will be a smarter move, hopefully. 860 contracts. And you could see, wow, over $3 million credit, which that's a lot of money. Hope this goes their way. Next earnings, October 23rd, which is tomorrow. All right, so moving on from that, I put on my sweatshirt in the garage, but I'm actually already sweating. All right, so if we go to the October tab, let's see how Tesla did yesterday. Tesla went down by 0.84%. Tesly went down 0.52%. So overall, pretty boring day. It's been having boring days. I can't wait till this earnings is over, to be honest, because not only for this, but for my options trading on TSLY. All right, so there's just way too much going on here, but you could see 230, 250. Basically, all of their contracts are at 230, 250. So if we just look at the largest one, okay, the largest one is 31,528, but all the others are there too. 6.24% out of the money, and that's 15.38% away on the buy call strategy. So, there's still 6% out of the money on the sell call, but they do have protection 15% away. Now, what did they do for yesterday? I got to take this damn sweatshirt off. Give me 1 second. Oh, God. All right, so they added 860 contracts, and they chose a 230 strike price, 5.09% out of the money. And then they did protection. They got security. They got their best friend. They got their butt buddy. But he's 11.95% away. All right. Outstanding shares. It did go up 1.1. Actually, sorry. I rushed ahead. Let me just check out the annualized yield. All right. Was that like pretty high? They went for the gold, almost 90%. They went for. Their 30-day IV it's only 54%, which is kind of surprising considering their earnings is coming up, right? This is what I'm talking about. Tesla IV. How the hell it should be much higher. Anyway, outstanding shares did go up, so people are still buying Tesly. It did go up 1.71%. That's pretty impressive. 30-day IV, 54%. Outstanding shares, 67.1 mil. Total net income, 34.8 mil. Total distribution, 52 cents. Daily income, 3 cents per day. Daily yield, 0.25%. That's a beauty. Perfect. And annualize that, 91%. So they're doing rather well. Again, we'll see what happens on earnings. But if earnings does little to no change, it'll be like almost a perfect scenario. And I'm sorry, but I'm putting this up there because, I'm going to write on the Post-it note and I'm going to put by Tesly Fund Manager's desk, are you blind? There's another synthetic. Your strategy is to, add to synthetic position, create a synthetic position close to or at the money. And you're not choosing the one close to or at the money. So what the hell are you doing? So there you go. If I worked there, I'd be doing that. Anyway, so what else we got here? October, synthetic income, 11.4 mil. Short call income, 34.8 mil. Net income, 46.2 mil. Total net income per share, 69 cents. Weekly call income or short call income, 52 cents. 12 wins and 6 losses so far. Again, it says October, and I know people keep mentioning you got to set it up for the weekly. I'm going to, starting the new fiscal year, and I have a note here, see, just so you guys, in case you're wondering, fiscal year, aka taxable year, starts 11/1, ends 10/31. So at the end of this month, the fiscal year is over. Okay? So what that means is starting 11/1, it's a new taxable year. I'm going to create a new spreadsheet for every single one of these funds. And it's going to be in the week 1, week 2, week whatever format that way. Okay? All right. What the hell are we doing? So if we look at the Rotometer, using the essential weekly income and how many days are left, I'm showing the estimate could be around 75 cents, which is a 79% yield. So if they keep on pace to how they've been doing, that's pretty damn good. However, obviously, you see they do, total income per share is a little more, not that much, but if they do earn more synthetic money, which at this point it doesn't look likely, but it's possible that it could boost them up. But as of right now, they're going to be relying on this. All right. If you look at the IV alone, which again is not that generous, it's 54%. That would come to a 52-cent payment. Because again, Misty and Group D, they declare this week. And then next up at bat, Group A. Tesla's part of Group A. All right, so if we look at the holdings, as we said, we're calling her a temporary gold digger, right? Temporary gold digger, but, it's it's getting a little out of hand, right? This synthetic expires November 15th. And we have 2 gold diggers. Like, unfortunately, this temporary gold digger brought her temporary gold digger friend, and they're taking all of our money. Little do they know, Tesla earnings is approaching, and it's possible we may kick them to the curb. However, based on history, they may be around for quite some time, and they may take more of our money. So let's keep an eye on these gold diggers this week. But I don't know, it could go one way or the other, but we might get, we might get killed. We should have said, holla, we want prenup, right? Anyway, so what about the calls for the week? Well, we'll see. Again, earnings tomorrow, after hours, we shall see. Too early to talk about. All right, so total net assets, 766.8 mil. The NAV, 1143, trade price, 1144. Tesly is doing very good with this month for their trades. However, it is what it is. They're at $11 because that's where they ended up based on the underlying, based on, how all the trades left off. It's unfortunate. We wish they could be at 20, but this is, Tesla's a different animal. All right, let's move on. All right, so who else? We said AMZY and Cony had trades. However, we have to go in order of the funds we cover in more detail. So here's Misty, same thing, buy, call, sell, put, sell, call, buy, call. So they added 1,000 contracts to the synthetic position, and they sold a call into this week, 230 strike, 270 buy call protection. That's very far away. So let's take a look at the data. Misty. All right, here's the 195 synthetic. Let's see what they added here. We scroll to the top. They have October 21st, which was yesterday, 1,000 contracts. The buy call, how much did that cost them? 3.9 million. Yeesh. The sell put, that credited them 1.3. Why? Well, because they're already ahead. Look, 12% ahead. 12% ahead of the strike price. So as you know, Mr. has been on a tear, so they're ahead on their synthetic position. Their synthetic is 195. Also, this synthetic expires on November 15th, which is 25 days away, and earnings happens to happen before that. So they should probably, since they're ahead, just leave it, right? Let earnings happen just in case it dips. But I don't know, because if they close out of this, they start a new synthetic strike at 220 and it tanks, they could lose a lot of money. But right now they're doing well, so it doesn't seem like it's slowing down anytime soon. But again, when it does slow down, it's going to be noticeable. Okay, so let's pull up yesterday. MSTR, still, green days. It went up 1.48%. MSTY went up 1.18%. So MSTY is still at $30 range. Zooming out, let's see what we got here. Oh my God. We got to get everything in there, including the annualized yield, right? The annualized, oh my God. There you go. All right, so again, and anything in gray is what we covered previously, so we'll get this all on one screen. So if we go from the top, they are scattered all over the place, which is good, right? But yesterday, they added to the 230, which is also good, right? 230 is 5% out of the money. Now, credit call spread, 23% away. I don't know. I think that's way too far. But they also had an existing 230 position, right? 13,745 contracts were there. So, so now they have 14,745 contracts, 5% out of the money, with a very far call credit spread. They also have a 220. This is only 0.43% out of the money. And their protection, their security, is 14% away from helping. 14%. Okay, and it gets worse. But, however, this is a very small position, but 990 contracts, 4.13% in the money. Even though they're 4% in the money, their protection is not going to help kick in really until 10% of the money. Like, oof. Now, this really kind of pissed me off. Again, I don't know the time of the trade. So these numbers are not always 100% exact, right? But if you look under the annualized yield, it shows for the sell call, let me get everything out. The sold call, right? They got 241% annualized freaking yield, right? That is insane. Okay, the buy call, they only had to pay, it took away 37%. So they're essentially yielding over 200%. Their IV is 110%. What in the hell? This just seems way, way too aggressive. This tells me they probably could have just went 10% out of the money without a stupid call spread, right? Because it's only 1,000 contracts, right? You're already in the freaking money in the other ones, and who knows what's going to happen with them. But what is the point? I don't know. Again, MSTR is so freaking unpredictable, but I just feel like with 4 trading days, go 10% out of the money, collect the 100% yield, and let's see what happens. They went, they obviously earned a lot of money on this, which is great. But if you're going to go 5% out of the money and a 23% protector, I don't know. This call credit spread stuff, sometimes I'm like, what the hell? But, all right, outstanding shares, massive. Holy crap, there's a whale. 1,325,000. Good Lord, that is a big purchase. So Misty, it's growing. And guys, I screwed up my formula. I apologize. Profit loss, it was cut off on row 31. And profit loss, this number here, this 42, it gets picked up by row N1 or cell N1, plus or minus anything from the prior month, of course, which is why it's a little different. But the number did not change the per share amount too much. Actually, the outstanding share jump is decreasing what you're going to get. It did, lower it a little too because of this, but it wasn't a big net effect. But I just wanted to mention that to you in case you noticed some of the number changes. And that's the problem. I never got down this far on the spreadsheet, but this has been such a long freaking month that we actually almost got to the black line of death. And I think we're going to make it because we only have today, and today's really the last day. And then the next day's declaration. So we'll see. All right, so let's go to the recap. 30-day IV. Yeah, you guys never saw the black line of death. Here it is. So we made it. 30-day IV, 110.86%. Outstanding shares, 24,225,000. Total net income, it's a loss now, 50.6 mil. But this is from the weekly trades. We know we have synthetic bailout money, so let's take a look. But first, reaction. Yeah, today's the last day to make any money because they're going to declare early in the morning tomorrow. So more than likely, they'll take anything that happens today into consideration before they make that declaration. 1 day until declaration. All right, I'm sure everyone is excited, right? All right, so let's go to payment information. So we do have the synthetic income. Again, this is a massive amount, 177 mil. Now the short call income is a loss of 50 mil. So total net income is 127 mil. So again, total income per share, that uses, we say per share because we're picking up the outstanding shares from the other, spreadsheet, right? So, since we're doing that, all right, it picks it up right here, right? This is the September K1, right? September K1. We go here. It's picked up right here. And this feeds from the holdings tab, which the holdings gets updated every day. Okay. So as we said, this increased by like 1 million, more than 1 million. Since it increased by more than 1 million, we have to share our money. Yes, believe it or not, we're not the only ones, and it's open to the public. People bought in, all right? Plus my, little modification. We're only at 525 per share. Only 525 per share. Now, if we go over here, wow, that really changes things, right? I'm at $1.39. How the hell? That is bad. I forget what it was the day before, but obviously it was, much, much more, to put us in the $3 range. But again, as people buy into the fund, our income per share is going to go down. Right now we're at 525. If I use my how much do they have to pay out number, it's $1.39, which is a big change. So I'm not even going to use that. I'm going to only look at the total income per share when we think about the estimate. My estimate was, I think, in the 370 range, 375, around there. But I still think they're going to pay $3. I do, even after this. But we'll see. I don't know, man. I'm tired of talking about Misty estimate, to be honest. All right, but if we use the IV, it's a massive IV, 111% IV, it would be $285, which is still a really good payment, guys. All right, so if we go to holdings, I'm sure you guys are tired of Misty estimates too. Just give me the damn money. All right, so their synthetic is doing well. Why? Because they date broke girls, right? So this broke girl is very affordable, and they have much more money than her. Now, obviously, they have the calls heading into this week, which 4 trading days, whatever. We'll see how this plays out. So let's look at the total net assets, 747 mil. Yes, this is Misty. Good Lord. They can approach $1 billion in due time if crypto keeps going up. So the NAV is 30.86 and the trade price is 30.85. But again, tomorrow's declaration date. It's kind of like with Tesla. We need earnings to happen already, right? Just like we need declaration to happen. This all happens tomorrow. Declaration in the morning, Tesla earnings afternoon. So we should all just take off and just watch it live. All right, let's see. I can't, I'm kidding. I still work, unfortunately, as do many of you. All right, so NVIDIA did not have a trade, but let's cover it. Synthetic 130, how's this doing? Well, it's doing well. They're 10% above, but 60 days till expiration, so no need to really talk about that. They're into the next month, October it says, but obviously this is going to be their second weekly payment. We say weekly. Yes, it's every 4 weeks though. Nvidia, oh my God, Nvidia went up a lot yesterday. It went up 4.14%. Nvidia only went up 3%. That's not a good sign, okay? That is not a good sign. So let's see how, all eggs in one basket, really? All eggs in one basket. So their 90,640 contracts, 142 strike. It is now 1.19% in the money. Well, at the time they made the trade, it was 2.9% out of the money. Well, hello, a little tight there, and you're getting your ass smoked. Now we're in the dead zone. So we do have backup, actually not too far away, luckily, 2.99% away from here. So that could offset the damage. But again, we have 4 trading days. The Nvidia can go back down, of course, or Nvidia can go to the moon. Who the hell knows? Way too early to start crying. All right, outstanding shares. No one bought Nvidia. No one cares. All right, so 30-day IV for Nvidia. Okay, not bad. 57%. Outstanding shares, 47,975,000. We do got income, 4.9 mil worth. That comes to a distribution of 10 cents. Daily income, 1 penny. Daily yield, 0.04%. Annualize that, 13%. Let me just make sure the daily formula is updated. Yes, 11 days, so that sounds accurate. Reaction, yeah, you should be scared, all right? He is scared. Look how scared he is. He is very scared. All right, Group B declares again in 15 days. All right, so if we look at the income, we do have massive synthetic income from this month or from this 4-week period, 92.6 million. Short call income, 4.9. So overall net income, 97.6 mil, which comes to 203. 203 per share. Amazing. Now, short call income or weekly income, whatever you want to call it, 10 cents a share. They're contributing 10 cents. So most of this came from the movement of the underlying, not necessarily their weekly plays. So if we look at the weekly plays, the Rotomator says, based on that, you'll get 25 cents. So obviously that's kind of irrelevant. If we look at the IV, this makes a little more sense. 57% IV, 126 payment. Show me the money. Their last distribution was $1.09. Holdings, do we care? Not really, not yet. But yeah, you know, they got broke girls too. So very affordable, girl, no gold digger here. They're obviously, their call is very expensive. You can see it's $373 already to close the 142. That's in the money, but we'll see how it plays out. We'll see. They do have synthetic bailout money on standby. But again, their synthetic expires, what do we say, 60 days away? All right, so total net assets, 1.2 bill. The NAV is 26.37, and the trade price is 26.36. Wow. So that's good. Good numbers there. All right. Get out of here. We'll go to Cony and AMZY. All right. So here's AMZY. Pretty basic trade. Buy, call, sell, put, sell, call. All right. Simple. Why does this happen? Well, people buy into the fund. So this means people purchased into AMZY, which means new cash went into AMZY. Okay, so they said, great, let's put that money to work. We're going to purchase 140 contracts from the synthetic position, and then we're going to sell calls on them right away. All right, so they sold calls, 10/25 expiration, 192.50 strike price for this week. Let's see what that gets added to the holdings, right? And we don't have the necessarily detailed information because we cover AMZY and Cony a little different. We cover them just looking at the holdings due to our lack of time because we work here, right? We're the working man. Working man's a sucker, as we said yesterday. All right, so how did AMZY do, or Amazon and AMZY do yesterday? Amazon went up 0.04%. AMZY, for some reason, went down 0.05%. So that's interesting. All right, so how's their synthetic? So they added to the current synthetic, it looks like, which is a 185. They are 2.15% above the current price. Current price being 189. So that's a good sign. Now their weekly calls, or the weekly call is in blue. Their sold call, that's 1.81% out of the money. However, they do have backup. They have a credit call spread, call credit spread, bear call credit spread. You can call whatever you want, but either way, it does the same thing. It's 4.46% away from helping. Is it going to help? Maybe. I don't know. Knowing Amazon, don't move much, so probably not. All right. Let's zoom in here. Total net assets or assets under management, AUM, as the website says, 186.7 mil. The NAV is 1966 and the trade price is 1968. So AMZY, again, really just saying in this $19 range, you gotta love it. It's just so solid. It's such a solid fund. 30-day IV, oh man, it's approaching my beautiful 40% goal. Again, I try to yield in my account 40% between all of the funds. So AMZY, since they strive to pay their IV, and their IV is 37%, we use that. The IV estimate would come to 57 cents per month. Again, assuming we use the 13-week. Yes, we did. All right, so 57 cents. Oh, and guess what? They declare tomorrow. They're part of Group D. So, we'll see. We shall see what they pay tomorrow. And by the way, tomorrow I could probably get the announcement video out at lunchtime again because my car is still not ready. It's still in the freaking shop. They're having some issues with it. So I haven't had a car for now over a month. All right, so if we look at Cony, Coin went down 3.04%. Ouch. And Cony went down 2.12%. Ouch. Okay. So let's take a look. What did they do? Well, they did a trade. So they obviously, oh no, we didn't talk about their trade. What was their trade? Yeah, so they added to their current synthetic 190. Oh no, I'm sorry. Did you see the S? They sold out. S, sold call, BC, buy to close put. So, oh my God, that's a lot of contracts. They actually had to close out 1,750 contracts, right? So in the process, if you see the S, sell call, 40.75 credit, damn, they made money. They made money there. Now, the weekly call on the bottom two, BC, buy to close, and then sell call, they had to pay $3.85 per share for the sold call on the weekly. However, the call credit spread helped out a little. The offset, you got a credit of 115, offsetting the damage on the $3.85. But again, if they didn't have the call credit spread, this strike price would have been higher on the sold call, if that makes sense. So who knows what the price would have been? Probably the same thing. Who knows? I don't know. All right, let's move on. All right, so again, they had to remove from the 190, which, whatever, it is what it is. How's their 190 doing? Obviously, pretty damn good. Coin is at 213. Their synthetic is at 190. So they have synthetic bailout money, on the trigger, waiting to go. However, it actually expires on December 20th, so in reality, they shouldn't touch it unless they need it. Now, weekly calls, how is that doing? Again, they just got all eggs in one basket, 35,215 contracts, 222.50 strike price, 4.11% out of the money. All right, that's okay. That's 4 trading days, though, so with Coin, you never know. And then their backup is a 240, so they can get some protection at the 240 range. That's 12.3% away from helping. We'll see how that plays out. And again, obviously, guys, I don't mention it a lot, but they put their money in U.S. Treasuries or government bonds, whatever, to earn interest. And that holding, that money that's sitting there, you can see the market value. It's a lot of money. It's earning interest. It's paying you additional money on your money, which is great. And it also works as the collateral for all of the trades that they're doing. And that's why, that's the beauty of doing this synthetic, right? If they had to purchase the shares, that money would be going to purchasing the shares, right? But instead, the money is, it's in treasuries, which is great, right? As long as the treasuries are earning a decent interest, then it's great. As interest rates go down, what will they do? Will they still do this? Will they change their strategy to owning the underlying? Who knows? Who knows? Some of the underlyings actually pay a dividend. So, Coin, no, I don't think Coin does. Amazon, do they? I think they do now. Anyway, the total net assets, 730 mil. I think Misty passed Cony. Yeah. The NAV is 14.16 and the trade price is 14.15. All right, they're synthetic. Yes, they're in a good spot. But let's take a look at the 30-day IV. Outstanding. 92%. So Cony holders, yes, they have a really, really good IV, which is amazing. And if you use that, you get $1 per share. But again, this is part of Group C, so they declare in another 22 days on November 13th. All right? But we'll see how the week plays out. Again, only one day happened, so this is not, end of the world or anything. We'll see how things go. We got big stuff coming up. Again, we got tomorrow. We got the declaration early in the morning. And then we got earnings tomorrow for Tesla. And someone else had earnings. Was it Amazon? Yeah, Amazon has earnings, I believe, on the 24th, which is the Thursday, assuming they didn't change it. So we'll see how that plays out. If it did change, let me know. I'll update it. I should probably look after the video. Anyway, let's go to the pre-market and see where we stand. So we are at marketwatch.com, as usual. So this is as of 5:01 a.m. Tesla is down 0.68%. Seems to be going on a downtrend leading up to earnings. That's at 217.37. Tesly is down 0.17%. It's at 1142. Nvidia is down 0.6%. It's at 142.86. NVDY is down 0.61%. It's at 2620. Coin is down 2.41%. It's at 208.70. Cony is down. Is everything down today? Cony is down 1.34%. It's at 1396. MSTR is down 1.8%. It's at 215.10. Misty is down 0.62%. It's at 3066. TSLY is down 1.48%. All right, options time. I did make a trade yesterday on TSLY. I sold a put. I will show you. All right, so here it is. I sold a put on TSLY. I chose a $9 strike price, and I got 52 cents per share, or $52. On an annualized basis, and yes, I use weekends because this is over weekends. This is 191% on an annualized basis. But yes, going forward, if my trades stay within the trading day week, which does not count weekends, I will adjust my annualized basis. Someone pointed that out. Thank you, and I will modify. However, yeah, I got a lot of puts pending through earnings, but anything can happen on earnings, as we know. We'll see. But I'm not going to sit back and say, "Oh my God, I'm not trading options over earnings." I'm happy to trade options over earnings. Again, the first time I started playing with TSLY, I got assigned at what, 10? I think my first put was $10 or around there. And then it started tanking and went all the way down to 550. But I averaged down all the way. I was getting scared, yes, of course, because I didn't have the capital at the time. But I had enough for the 10 contracts. I got up to 9 contracts. And it finally turned around after the hit 550. And then it went back up and I sold calls and I went on my merry way. So I am prepared for Tesla earnings to be bad, right? If they are bad and TSLL goes down to say $7, right? $6, I'm just going to sell more puts and I'm going to lower my cost basis until Tesla recovers, because as history shows, it will recover at some point, right? There'll be overreaction. I can lower my cost basis and then it'll recover. And when it does recover, oh my God, get ready. I'll be selling calls and I'll be talking smack. Because I love selling calls. Selling puts is great and all, but selling calls, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. You get I feel like a lot better premium too. So anyway, that's the options update on TSLL. So we'll stay tuned for earnings. As you can see, I just want earnings to be over with anyway. TNA continues to go down. Finally, it's down 1.84%. It's in a good price range for me. However, I'm not going to trade it because Tesla earnings coming up. I may need most of my capital for that. And I already jumped into SOXL. AMDY is up 0.07%. It's at 1346. AMZY, they are not updated. They're at 1968. Bitcoin, how you doing? You're down 1.22%. It's at 66,907. Bitix, they are down 2.54%. They at 3106. SOXL, again, this is the one I sold a put on for this Friday, right? Yeah, this Friday. I think I chose a 34 strike price. Is my put in danger? Abso-freaking-lutely it is. Oh, it just went down more. So they are down 2.02%. They are at 34.38. So if it closes below $34 on the Friday, I will be buying 100 shares. Oh no, I will be assigned 100 shares at $34. But I'm prepared to sell more puts on them as well. Hopefully I have enough capital. If not, I'll sell whatever funds I need to. I don't give a damn. It's just becoming my own options account. And I'm just having a lot of fun with it. All right, so guys, that is the freaking update. All right, we made it. We made it through the whole video. How the hell did you make it through the video, guys? Anyway, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we'll try again tomorrow. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. It goes a long way. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments below. Yes, I do read the comments. I do not reply to all the comments. Sometimes I do, if deemed necessary. I like all comments too, if they're likable. But yeah, so feel free to leave any comments or join the Discord. There's a Discord link attached to my profile if it's not expired. And if you do join the Discord, no, I will not message you. The spammers are everywhere. I'm sorry. I just don't know how to block it. It just happens. And they make a fake name that looks like my name, but it's not me. I don't message people. Why would I message people? But anyway, we're to the end. I'm about to sneeze, of course. So we got to think of a keyword. I don't know. Lately, I just never know what keyword to use. But what do we got? What do we want to talk about? It's freaking Tuesday. I got a freaking sneeze. And I don't know. We got 2 baseball games left. Declaration Day tomorrow. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. So anyway, we'll just say freaking car, since obviously I don't have a car still. I've had a car for over a month, and it's getting a little ridiculous, I have to say. Although I'm kind of forced to work at home, and I don't mind that. But they fixed the body of the car that when I hit the deer, right? It was a tough spot, and then apparently it's screwed up the inside, and now it's running. It's overheating. Like, what the hell is going on? So, all that being said, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, all you have to do is say the keyword. The keyword is my freaking car. Where is my freaking car? Hopefully this week I get it. And then Yes, we can go back to car commute videos at some point. We can go back to car commute videos, even though the new car was never even set up for it. I just got the damn car. It was my wife's car, and she just got the van. So I haven't had it maybe 2-3 weeks, and then stupid deer had to ruin it. But anyway, today's keyword is where's my freaking car? Or dude, where's my car? There you go. Dude, where's my car? Everyone's favorite movie, Dude, Where's My Car? If you haven't seen that movie and you like stupid movies, that is you. You know, that is for you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Later.